Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing which potential characters could return in The Witcher 4. Let's get into it. Now the first character that I'd like to talk about is Letho. Now in The Witcher 2, you can either kill him, or you can let him go. If you let him go, then he'll be in The Witcher 3 somewhere, which I won't spoil. At the end of the quest line, you can either invite him to Kaer Morhen, or you can let him go his own way. Now, if you let him go his own way, you'll never see him again. If you take him to Kaer Morhen, then he'll be there for a few more quests. But afterwards, after you've done all that, he'll just go his own way anyway. Now, he's headed to Zerrikania to find his old Viper schoolmates, because apparently there was 2 of them that were left, as he says at the end of The Witcher 2. But we don't know what happened. We don't know where he went. Like, we don't know his fate. So he could potentially return, because it's very open-ended. I mean, the game could even be about him going to Zerrikania to try and find his mates. Or, like, he could be a side character. Like, we honestly don't know, because it's just so open. Now, the next character I'm about to talk about is... this is probably the most confusing one on this list of people. Alvin, from The Witcher 1. Now... the last time you see him is in The Witcher 1 at the end of the game, because he like teleports in and disappears. There's a few theories going around that he's actually the Grand Master, but you know, that's not, we don't know if that's actually true. So for all we know, he's just left. Now they're remaking The Witcher 1, which means he could potentially be linked in to both those things. Like, they might change his story around a little bit and then link that to The Witcher 4, which would be interesting because, you know, he just left. Like, all of that character building and all that fathering that Geralt does just for him to disappear. But, you know, it would be very, very surprising for him to come back, considering how long ago it was, but I'd appreciate it because, you know, it's just old character, it's nice to see him again. Well, that's all for Alvin. Next on the list is Dandelion. We don't really know what happened to him. Well, he's obviously not dead, because he narrates The Witcher 3 and he sounds a lot older. But the thing is, what is a Witcher game without Dandelion narrating it or telling a story? Because that's like one of the main parts of it, that he's telling a story to other people about Geralt. So, is he going to be in the game? No idea. Should he be in the game? Definitely. Because, you know, nobody can replace him. He's the perfect storyteller. Next up on the list is Escor. Now, I won't give away exactly why he leaves, but it's because of a main story reason. And he goes to Lawmark to do some Witcher work. Now, after that, what happens? No idea. He doesn't get an update in the end. He just leaves, does the work. He might come back. We don't know. But to have more character building on him in the game world would be a lot nicer, because there isn't really much that he has apart from like the journal entry and a few little side quests. But it would be nice to have him back again, because, you know, familiar face from the books. Guess he's in the TV show, but you know, we don't talk about that. But I think it'd be nice. Like, he has main character potential if they just build on him a little bit more. Okay, now I'm just going to talk about 2 characters in one go. You're probably expecting this in this video: Lambert and Kira. Now there's the fan theory or the fan fiction thing where they join together and they get the School of the Cat, School of the Wolf, remaining schools, and join together and make the School of the Lynx. That, you know, the Lynx medallion, that's what people think is going to happen, and that's pretty much the only potential way I think they could come back, unless they just turn up. Because, I mean, they can both die. Lambert can at some point. Kira can die like 3 different ways, I think. So, I mean, the chances of them both coming back are maybe a bit thin, but I don't know, like the Lynx idea is a really good one, and I'd be happy to see that, because it's just more witches, more people, more familiar faces, you know? Can't complain. Now this is another big character that was left open-ended. Yorvith from The Witcher 2. There's a big decision if you simulate your save into The Witcher 3. It's, did you help Yorvith or did you help Roach? If you help Roach, then that unlocks the quest where you get to take down Radovid and help with Dijkstra and all those other characters. But if you pick Yorvith, basically nothing happens apart from a dwarf letting you into an inn without paying. So it'd be quite a shame if they just erased his character. Like, he has more potential. He was an interesting guy, the leader of the Scoia'tael. I want to see more character building. I want to see the emotions of the Scoia'tael, how they work, what their actual goal is. But I don't really know why they got rid of him. I think he was in the files and he was like a major character in the story, but then they had to cut it all because of maybe time constraints, or maybe it like clashed with the rest of the story. But I'd like for him to come back. He's a good lad. Since we're on the topic of non-humans, Zoltan. Zoltan has been in every single Witcher game. Will he be in The Witcher 4? Now, I really think it depends on if Geralt would be in the game, because, Zoltan's usually around when Geralt's around, coincidentally. Like, if you're playing The Witcher 1, you just walk around, Zoltan is literally everywhere, and then the one moment you need him, he's not there, which is pretty funny. But anyway, I don't know, like, maybe it's just me wanting these characters in the game because they were in the old games and they have stories built around them. But I just feel like it'd be quite a waste to not bring back at least a few of them. Like, Zoltan was an interesting character, but he doesn't really have like much of like many side quests revolved around him. Like, most of the time you're either just saving him from a group of people trying to kill him, or talking to him about something, or playing dice, poker, or Gwent with him. But if they built on him a bit more, made him more of a prominent guy, then I think that would work really well. Okay, now let's talk about the one that people have been waiting for. Ciri. You thought I was going to say Geralt. You better wait for that one. Yeah, Ciri. Is she going to be in the game? No idea, because this is all speculation, remember. But the chances are probably quite high, because, the first time she shows up is in The Witcher 3. Like, you don't see her at all in the prior games. I mean, they mention her and talk about her, but that's about it. Now, the endings. This is going to be a quick spoiler, so sorry. She either dies, becomes a Witcher, or is sold to Emir. Now, if you're sold to Emir, then you're evil, and yeah, you're evil, you're just a monster, how dare you. If she becomes a Witcher, then that leaves an opening, because, Witcher 4, Witcher, you put the two together, and you've just got, you've got perfect game. But yeah, I just think I need more character building, because all you get about her is from the books, and some of the people that have played the games haven't read the books, and making somebody read 8 books is just a bit unfair for a little bit of lore. But hopefully she's in the game. Guess we'll have to see. Now, the final 3 characters I'm going to talk about are Triss, Yennefer, and Geralt. Now, we don't know really what happened to Geralt. I mean, he can either be alive or he can not be alive. But Triss or Yennefer, now I think with this, if Geralt was in the game with one of his partners, it would only be one of them. It wouldn't be 2 of them again. So if you picked Triss at the end of The Witcher 3, you'd be with Triss. Or he would be with Triss. If you picked Yennefer at the end of Witcher 3, Geralt would be with Yennefer. Because it just makes the most sense. Because they've already done a dynamic where you have to pick between them both. They did it in The Witcher 1 with Triss and Shani. Now if you pick Triss, maybe that unlocks a few extra side quests, more dialogue, maybe even change the main quests. But if you pick Yennefer, then same goes for that. But will they, I really hope they make an appearance, because a Witcher game without Geralt, or, his partners, like, it just feel a bit strange. I guess we're gonna have to see though, whenever this game comes out. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy, then, you know, do whatever. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. Greatly appreciated. Currently at 126 subscribers. You know, we're growing pretty fast. It's great. Really loving it. Yeah. If you want to speculate down below in the comments, go ahead. I respond to everybody possible. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.